So by doing things like this, we are stretching our dollar further.
But not for residential.
I think that
It can't, I mean, like an arterial road is
Yeah,
not,
so we're not helping our residents' roads.
I take an arterial road every day,
Okay,
you know, that is helping me.
okay, I get you,
Yeah.
but, I mean, I think most of the people in this audience and watching would tell you that they voted for all these additional taxes so that they would have their road, and yes, Fulkerth and 99 is their road in Turlock, but I think they meant the house that they've lived on for 20 to 50 years.
I will, that could be potentially a segment of it. I think that the people I've talked to want us fixing the infrastructure that they use on a daily basis to get to where they're going. I don't know that that means I want the road in front of me where I'm going 20 miles per hour to be smooth, as opposed to the road where I'm going 35 and it's strategically more valuable. It has the potential to be a short-range transit-oriented road that is connecting bikes and pedestrians. I think they want us to spend the dollar best. That's
It may seem like, let's plan for the future, but right now our roads are in dire straits, and I think that we need to address, at least ask, like collectively, if we can submit a letter to Stancog asking for our portion back. We can plan for Ace Train later, but I really think that our streets are more important to us and to our residents. It's not a tremendous amount of money, but that's money that could go towards our roads, and I think that it's important for us to at least have that dialogue and see if that's something we want to submit to a letter or something like that.
I think that part of fixing your own is fixing your culture and fixing and creating sustainable solutions. This $300,000 that we're talking about going against is saying that we are opposed to the regional needs of this community that are, you have to invest in things like that. If you don't, things aren't getting better. If we continue to assume that people are going to continue to drive the same amount of miles that they're driving, and we're not taking cars off the road, and they're continuing to put strain on our highway system, we will not be able to fiscally ever maintain the infrastructure that we have. The only strategy that we can recommend is to be cost effective and to create sustainable transport is if we are investing in new means, a new culture. And if $300,000 is something that we as a community are unwilling to invest in it, then I think we're setting a bad precedent, and we should reevaluate our strategy. What are we actually accomplishing by saving that $300,000?
I would say that we're accomplishing $6 million in 20 years of throwing it back and saying, here, work through that. I don't think that I think we're elected to handle Turlock first. Yeah. We're only accountable to the residents of Turlock. And if you're talking about the next 20 years, you're talking about $6 million, and that's a lot towards our roads.
Yeah. Turlock First is a great message. Turlock's first needs are not those roads in front of their driveways. That's not their needs. If that's what the public that's watching and listening in right here, if that's what you fundamentally believe is the strategic investment you want to make, then I would like to sit down and talk to you, because that $300,000 is better spent on creating the Turlock needs. The high-paying jobs are outside this region. And if we're not investing in connecting our people to those job centers, we're not doing them a service.
So I would respectfully disagree. I would tell you that having walked every street in the last campaign for 4 months, personal roads were a big deal. It's also a big deal to a property owner, because when they go to sell their house and there's all of this problems on their street, it matters. And if we're talking about Turlock and what we need to do for budgeting and everything else, you're talking about our economy. People come through here, do they want to live here? No, because they're driving down these roads, they're blowing out their tire, their rim. It does matter about us in Turlock, these residential roads, and I am hearing it every single day. I could tell people that a family member passed away and they would say, that's really too bad, but can you put them in a pothole? It doesn't matter to these people. Right now, everybody's telling me, fix my roads. And it's not a pothole. They want their roads fixed.
What I think that the mayor is trying to convey is we need to make sure interiorly that we are taking care of our residents, and then we move forward with those projects. We can't even house other people that don't want to come to this community because their roads are so bad. So from a business standpoint, we do need to take care of our roads. We're not opposed to the A Street. I think it's a great idea. But those people that are living in the Bay Area are going to come here, but they're not going to want to come here with the way that it looks right now.
So to the point, Mayor Bublak, when you were talking about some of the Turlock first needs, you mentioned property values and the roads that people drive down, and why there isn't a strong desire to live within communities that have the state of roads that we have. If we're talking about property values, the cities that have well-connected regional solutions, regional transport solutions, are the ones that have skyrocketing property values. When you tell someone that they live in Turlock, but they're going to have to get a job somewhere else, and they're going to have to go into a congested roadway and into a congested highway that's failing, that's part of the equation. I think the easy thing is just making someone's surface look nice. We're talking about the foundation. And if the foundation is crumbling and we're not investing in a regional foundational solution, and we are signaling a desire to be against the will of regional solutions, if that board that is currently assembled creates new solutions to spend the money more efficiently to create regional solutions, then they would do that. But I mean, I think it's clear at this point that I would not sign off on a message directed to them. So if we are going to be sending a message that way as a council, I would ask that there be an exemption from myself.